we've just recently seen the Sonic movie, and today we're gonna go and review this bad boy. So, as normal, we'll start off with the spoiler-free review, and then we're gonna go into some of the more spoilerific bits. There will be warnings at that point, so you'll have the chance to leave if you haven't seen the movie yet. If you haven't, you're missing out. Without going into too much detail, the action is great. The animation could definitely be improved. It could still be improved, but obviously there's better Sonic design. It does work, but as since Spacey's pointed out on Twitter recently, Sonic does have blue arms instead of his normal beige arms. So clearly he hasn't shaved yet. And that's it. Or maybe it's, the stress of defeating Robotnik so many times eventually causes fur to fall out. We won't know until later movies. Which brings me on to the other non-spoiler aspect of this film. There is definitely going to be a second movie. Hands down, probably a third as well, so that'll be really cool. The music throughout the movie is just brilliant. It is so well designed. There is so many hidden Easter eggs for those who have played the games, and for the kids it's just got good catchy tunes that they will definitely enjoy. The action is not that bad either, so it's fun, it's entertaining, it's engaging, but it's not stuff that you wouldn't want to take kids to see, so they've nailed that. The character of Sonic is very well played out. He is that goofy, hyperactive character that you've gotten from the games over the years. So again, nailed that one. Dr. Robotnik. Jim Carrey was an interesting casting. A couple of my friends have thrown out that it probably should have been Danny DeVito instead. And I think, a short, grumpy Robotnik would have been actually quite a brilliant counterpart to Sonic. It would have worked really well. Personally, I think Robotnik, we've seen him in the games, he should be a bit more serious. But the goofy Jim Carrey version actually is pretty brilliant. It is unique, so definitely treat the Robotnik here as like a Robotnik from the multiverse instead of the Robotnik that you've grown up with. He is still the genius that he's supposed to be, who gets easily foiled, but the drama and seriousness is just not there in this character. However, chaotic, definitely there. Okay. The way that they use the rings in the film is very interesting. I can't really say anything more than that until I get into the spoiler region. And Baby Sonic is just so adorable. Not as adorable as Fluffy Sonic, but still, yes, I love the opening to the film. Again, I'm going to talk about that in the spoiler component to this review. So, action's good, music's good, Easter eggs galore for every single person who has played the games. It is overall a great kids movie. It's definitely been nailed really well as a kids movie. And for those of us who have played the games, it's not a bad movie. And generally, it's not a bad video game movie. To be honest, this is kind of what I would like to see out of the Mario movie that we've got coming up. This is kind of what I think is the right way of doing it. Target the kids, but keep the Easter eggs in there for the adults who have been playing these games for the last 20, 30 years. That's the way to do it. So, what rating does it get? It clearly gets a 2 thumbs up. You need to go see this movie. You need to go support this film. Because you will enjoy it. Hands down, you're just going to enjoy it. There isn't anything not to enjoy. Right, so, with all that covered, I'm going to go and talk about the spoilers of the film. So just before we get to that, you do need to stay for a mid-credits scene. So definitely hang around for that. You will know the scene when you've seen it, and then you can head on out. So yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to talk now about the spoilers and the more detailed part of the film. If you do not want this information, I highly recommend you leave the video and come back to it once you've seen the film. Okay, right, so let's begin. Let's start right at the beginning of the film. The echidnas that are shooting at Sonic. Okay, so we know that this is obviously one of the tribes that we've seen from, you know, Sonic Adventure and the Sonic 06 games. Clearly this tribe at some point gets wiped out and they're hunting for Sonic for some reason. I myself predict that Sonic, among a few of the other freedom fighters that we will see in Sonic 2, Sonic 3, I think he's probably actually part that his energy, his powers are coming from the Chaos Emeralds. So I think here that you've got, you know, the Master Emerald, the Echidnas are protecting that. They're hunting for Sonic because he's been born of the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds, and he's a being that basically is too powerful and shouldn't be allowed to exist. I don't think they're hunting him to steal his power. I think they want to put it back in the crystals instead. So I look forward to seeing how this gets detailed and what we have there. So that's my theory number one. I really like that opening scene. I think it really sets everything. The fact that the rings can be used to portal around, another interesting aspect. And the realms that are on the map there for Sonic, I quite enjoy. I don't know if I can find much on it at the moment. I haven't investigated enough of it on myself, but just seeing in the film, obviously we had the mushroom location, which kind of reminded me of some of the Sonic levels, but we know that that's not part of Mobius, so it's another world. And there's quite a few other worlds. It looks like they're playing kind of with Norse legends there and having, I think there was 9 realms, I might be wrong. I'll have to have a look back when we get the DVD. I can't wait for the DVD. Can't wait to see whatever deleted scenes there are. Anyway, rolling on. My prediction for the sequel will be obviously Robotnik's going to get back to Earth. Tails is going to hook up with Sonic and give him the lowdown on what's been going on in Mobius. We're going to see a lot more of Mobius. And I think Sonic and Tails will eventually escape to Mobius. That's where Robotnik will come in, chasing after them, make it to Mobius as well. And then I reckon what we will actually see as the end of Sonic 2 will be Eggman taking form instead. So Robotnik settling down in Mobius, getting his Badnik set up, getting his robot sidekicks there properly instead of helper support of humans. And we'll see the beginnings of what we know as Sonic 1 the game. I think that these are basically a prequel story, and I think that they are probably going to get this story integrated into the film, into the game somehow, which would be very interesting to see. And we might actually be seeing a game linked to this film coming out from Sega in all of these announcements that they're doing. So yeah, I think that's great. I think, as I said before, I think Jim Carrey as Robotnik is an interesting casting choice. I just don't like the way. Well, it's Jim Carrey, right? You've got the Jim Carrey acting style. It's all there, and it's overlapped on top of Robotnik. I don't think that's the right Robotnik. I would have preferred. We've got this smart talking comedy coming from Sonic and coming from Tails. And Robotnik should have been this serious chap, and it would have been the greater counterpart. I can understand though, kids movie, let's just have a comedic villain, it's just a bit better. Look how well Despicable Me works with that concept, so fine, I accept it. I just think Danny DeVito would have been so much better in that role. So yeah, the Echidnas, as I said, you know, Chaos Emerald links. I do think we will eventually get to see Super Sonic. I think that won't be until Sonic 3, and I think we will have Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. I think Amy will be in there, and I think we will see Metal Sonic get created. I think that will be the big villain, and that's where we'll get Super Sonic taking form. So yeah, okay. So spoilers with predictions as the end there. I don't know. I like the movie. I really like the movie. I want to get the DVD. I want to see the extras. I want to see those deleted scenes. I think there's going to be some interesting lore hidden inside that's going to just carry over. I want to see the outtakes as well. Animators, when they are making this stuff, can't help themselves but to occasionally animate their own outtakes, and I think they're going to be great to see. I loved the chili dog moment in the film, and I loved just Sonic being hyperactive. It just makes sense to me. It's a great kids movie. It's a good video game movie. Definitely one of the better ones we've got out there. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say on this review. Go see the movie. You will love it. Let's chat in the comments below on your thoughts of the films. What do you think could have been done better? I certainly think they could have put a bit more time on getting the CGI to look more fitting with the reality. Basically, there are moments where Sonic is so obviously a CG figure applied to the live action, and we've seen the better way of things being done from Disney, so they should have done better here. Anyway, that's my only real complaint. So until next time, keep it geeky.